Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Hall again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Give to Hall running right. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll give to Hall. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll go again with Hall. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. He'll look to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Now, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Trayvon Walker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go. Ready?
Now a run. Here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 14, Cowboys 9.
Second and 11.
Half the 60. Half the 60. Ready. Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Red on red.
Now Lawrence. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running left, it's Hall. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Easy. Read a 24. Read a 24. Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
Lisa 24. Hey, Jupiter.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trayvon Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Eluding the pressure right. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop.
Oh, and his early struggle. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
13, Lou.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Go, go.
Lawrence will throw.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 5.
Red on red.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Okay, break.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Down the right sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, Lion. Go, let's go. There we go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game...
Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. 68 yards.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. Hall again.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll run with Hall.
Shrugs him off. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Now Lawrence. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great play there with an amazing diving catch.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. He dumps this one off here to Hall.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Lawrence to throw. And check down, complete to Hall.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, hey, hey. Take right open, open.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Jalen Waddle.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
That's the game of it. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Check. 70 range. Warrior, 70. Go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And how about this, a fake? Oh, this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That is caught.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to the ground with Hall. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
As big of a as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They go play action with Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 30-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here's 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
We're at 23.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
30 left. Hey, I'm gun. 11.
Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here we go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very